Hey man, check it out. A new God of War game's coming out.
Wow, this looks great.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, what you watching? The new God of War Ragnarok trailer just dropped. It comes out next week. Oh, please, no! What's the problem? Man, you get way too into those God of War games. What are you talking about, man? I just like to play the games. Nah, man, it's a lot more than that. It's like you think you're him or something. Who? Kratos, the main character. And when did you put that on? What are you talking about, man? I've been wearing this the whole time. See, this is that stuff I'm talking about right here. Bro, relax. I'm just watching a trailer for a video game. I don't think I'm the actual God of War. And the last thing is that stupid voice. Silence, boy. And sit back, as today we'll be going over my picks for the top 10 moments in the God of War series. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. We'll be giving away a PlayStation 5 when we hit 1,000 subscribers. But for now, let's get into it. Whatever, man. But hey, where'd you get that axe from? The same place you got that bow and arrow, boy. What the hell?
Number 10.
Kicking off the list at number 10, we have the showdown between Kratos and Hercules. This moment felt so epic because of the star power. If you were to ask a random person on the street who Hercules is, chances are they've heard of him. And to finally see him in the God of War universe going toe-to-toe with my main man was like a heavyweight title match between Mike Tyson and Ali. I mean, look how he tried to punk my boy down here. But as you'll see later on in this list, he ain't never had a problem throwing hands with somebody bigger than him. To make it even more intriguing, Hercules and Kratos are half-brothers, as Zeus is the father to both. And at the end of the fight, it's just so brutal. It's like, hey man, I think you got him.
Bruh, we've been out here for like 3 hours. What are we even doing out here? Patience, boy. Hey, listen up, man. I ain't about to beat too many more boys, you understand? You got one more time to call me that one more time, and now I'm gonna become the guy to kicking your ass. We found it! Now is the time. That bow I gave you is no ordinary weapon. It is imbued with the power of the gods. Just one shot from that bow will destroy that creature. Take aim, boy. I may have left the arrows back home. What'd you say?
Number 9.
Next up, we have the battle with the Colossus of Rhodes. Now, it is important to note that at the end of the first game, Kratos had become the God of War himself, replacing Ares. So when the Spartan army was taking over the city of Rhodes in Kratos' honor, he decided to join them in landing the finishing blow. This is also one of the first times they start to show Zeus for the villain he is. Disguised as a falcon, he steals some of Kratos' power, forcing him to change back to a normal size, and then immediately brings the Colossus of Rhodes to life to attack him. Kratos battles the giant but isn't powerful enough to land a finishing blow. Zeus then presents the Blade of Olympus to him, telling him to pour all of his godly powers into the blade and then use it to finish the Colossus. But while Kratos thought Zeus was helping him, it was really all a part of Zeus' plan to weaken Kratos so he could finish him. This was an awesome way to start off a new adventure, and I always love it when the story is told through the gameplay, and not too many games can match God of War when it comes to that.
Number 8.
Brothers, put aside the petty grievances that have splintered us for so long. We will unite. We will stand together. And I will wipe out this plague. Olympus will prevail.
At number 8, we have Kratos teaming up with the Titans with the attack on Mount Olympus. Out of all of the God of War games, you know what? Out of all of the games I've ever played, period, this is the most memorable opening scene that I can think of. It's like you're taking part of a big budget superhero flick. The massive Titans are climbing the mountain while the Olympians plan to mount their defense. First off, the step up in graphics from God of War 2 to 3 is so impressive, and the game still looks great compared to today's standards as far as I'm concerned. But the most memorable part of this fight has to be the battle with Poseidon. fighting his seahorses while riding a Titan, swinging through the air like Spider-Man, and finally knocking Poseidon out of his sea armor was pure fun. And how Kratos finishes him off will always stand out as one of the most gruesome deaths in video game history. And it sets the tone on what to expect for the rest of the game. Who could forget Kratos' first encounter with the Stranger? When we first see him, he doesn't appear to be much of a threat. There is no way a guy his size, appearing to be a regular human, could be a problem for Kratos, but boy were we wrong. As Kratos finally decides he's had enough of this guy, only to realize he's not your average Joe as he sends him flying over the house. This is one of my favorite boss fights of all time. The trees, the mountainside, Kratos' home, all destroyed as these two unyielding forces collide. My favorite part of the fight is when the Stranger realizes there is someone hiding in the house. He knocks Kratos deep into the mountainside, leaving him stuck. As the Stranger makes his way towards the house, Kratos goes into a Spartan rage, not being able to bear the thought of him hurting his son. This is another awesome example of storytelling through gameplay, showing just how much he loves his son and what he's willing to go through for him, which is a major theme throughout the game. And just when it looks like both of these warriors are getting close to reaching their limit, the Stranger reveals he cannot feel anything and has essentially taken no damage this entire fight. Kratos eventually is able to snap his neck and throw him over the edge, but even if it's your first time playing the game, you know it won't be the last time you see the Stranger. Guys, I'm gonna have to break this video up into two parts. It took a little longer to shoot than I expected and I just ran out of time, but I did want to get something out for the release of Ragnarok, so I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe for part 2 and a ton more God of War content that we'll have over the next few weeks on the channel. As always, thanks for watching Chasing Games.